Hello, and welcome to day 14 of the 21-day Success Mindset Challenge. We are already at the very end of the second week. So in the first week, we spoke about success mindset fundamentals. This week has all been about law of attraction in business. And we're coming on to the last week from tomorrow, where we are going to be talking about, I'm going to be sharing some of the biggest success blockers that I see getting in between the entrepreneurs that I teach, that I coach, and most of the people that I see, what's getting in between them and their goals and their dream business. So I'm really, really excited to continue with the last week next week. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Don't forget to let me know how you're enjoying it, what your ahas are. Tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see it. And if it resonates, if you feel inclined, please do leave a review. It would mean the absolute world. So today I wanted to talk to you about tapping into the frequency of your goal. Okay, so you've heard we need to become the energetic match to what we want. So if we think about law of attraction and the law of vibration, so everything is energy. We are all vibrating at different speeds, at different frequencies. And with law of attraction, we are basically magnetizing things that are like us. So like attracts like. So with the energy that we're sending out through our feelings, our thoughts, our actions, the way we're showing up even, through the energy that we're sending out, we are drawing back to us the circumstances, events, and conditions of our life that reflect that. So it's really, really important that we are making sure that what we're sending out is what we want to attract back, right? Because if we're just sending out thoughts and feelings like supercharged thoughts and supercharged feelings of worry and doubt and disappointment and frustration, then what are we asking to come back to us? So we've already spoken about negative emotions and how to use, not to worry so much about negative emotions and to actually allow them to process through your body so they don't become suppressed and stuck and actually become more of a more permanent and dominant vibration, right? So we've spoken about that. But today I want to talk to you about how you can actually use your emotions to make you magnetic to the things you actually want instead of the things that you don't want. So they are a powerful, powerful tool, and they are there to help you create. Okay. So we have to become the equivalent to what we want. We need to become the match. This is why the inner work's so important. This is why when we go inward, we actually transform our outside world. Because remember, it's a mirror of our mind. It's a mirror of what we have going on inside of us. So for us to become a match, we really, really need to be aligning ourselves to the version of us that already has it. So how are they thinking? What kind of thoughts are they having? How are they acting? What decisions are they making in their business? How are they showing up? What are they doing? What are the things they're doing? And how are they feeling? Okay, so we want to be in that vibration, on that frequency, as if we've already achieved that income goal, that business goal, whatever it is. We want to be on that vibration. Otherwise, it cannot find us because we're going to be operating at a completely different level to it otherwise. So remember, we've spoken about this before. It's like listening to your radio. If you want to listen to hard rock, you need to tune into that station. If you tune into a country and western station, you're not going to be able to listen to what you want, because although everything's playing at the same time, it's all there, it's all available to you at any time, simultaneously, all of it. You can only ever hear what you're tuned into. And it's the same with attraction. You can only ever attract what you're in resonance with. So it really does come down to how you're feeling, right? How you're thinking, how you're being, and who you're being. So just think for a moment about what it is that you're trying to create. Okay, what's the kind of breakthrough goal for your business? What's your income goal? What is something? And in fact, let's think about the things that you're struggling to create, the goals that you're struggling to hit right now. What is that goal, first of all? And how do you know, when you close your eyes, how would it make you feel when you have it? If it's something that you've been trying to achieve for a really, really long time, there's a good chance that when you tap into that feeling and you get quiet, the first feeling is relief because you don't want to try. You don't have to try anymore. You've already got it, right? And then what else? Because everything that we're doing in our business, in our life, is for the feelings that we think it's going to give us. So ultimately, when I do these exercises with my clients, we actually go into this work really, really deeply, they want to feel freedom. They want to feel joy. They want to feel excitement. They want to be happy with their lives. So is that what this goal is going to be giving you? You know, the freedom to choose to do more. If it's more money, what does that give you? More choice, more adventure in my life, more traveling, you know, keep drilling down to why do you want that? Why is it important to you? How is it going to make you feel? And when you really drill down to uncover how it is that you want to feel, you realize you can actually start feeling that now. You don't need to wait for the thing. That's conditional living when we say we're going to wait for the thing. And actually, the way the universe works, the way universal laws work, is you actually need to become the thing before you can attract it anyway. So it's not waiting till you have it. When I'll have this, I'll be happy. This is why we see there's so many well-known stories of celebrities, of millionaires, you know, creating such massive success in their business and then being so deeply unhappy and unsettled and unfulfilled, and many of them taking their own lives. So the thing that you want is not going to give you the feeling that you want. It might for a fleeting moment, it might temporarily, but the feeling has to be cultivated. That's your job. You can tap into it right now today. You can find something that can give you that feeling as well in today, a memory, something that you have in front of you. When we get really, really present, we can even find a lot of gratitude in something as simple as a really good tasting coffee cup. Or, you know, if you've been out, I've got dogs. So if I've been out and I've taken the dogs for a walk and it's really windy and cold and you get under the shower and just that feeling of bliss from the shower, right? We can tap into these like micro feelings, these micro events all throughout the day that give us that feeling. Now, what we want to remember is that when we're tapping into this feeling, this is actually the feeling that we want when we have the thing. This is why we want the thing. So the thing, because when we have the thing, when we're thinking about our end result, we know it's going to make us feel, or we believe it's going to make us feel this way. By feeling like that now, we then become the magnetic match. We then become we become in resonance. We're in resonance with that thing. So this is what I mean when I'm talking about tapping into the frequency. To tap into the frequency of the goal that you've set yourself, how will you feel and how can you feel that as much as possible throughout the day? So there are two really, really powerful emotions that we want to be tapping into all the time. One, unconditional love. It's the vibration of source. It's the vibration of the universe, of creation, of divine mind. It's a pure frequency that you can, when you are in unconditional love, when you are feeling that, it is an awesome time to create what you want. It's a perfect time to think about what it is that you want to bring in, right? That is the creation. That is the ultimate. It's the highest on Abraham Hicks's emotional, the emotional scale, right? It's the very, very highest emotion that we can get to. It's the top. So as much as you can tap into that, you'll be tapping into extreme creation power. And if that becomes a dominant vibration, when you can open your heart and feel love and feel happy and feel joy, and you're looking at everything, you see these people, they become magnetic and radiant. People want to be near them. And if you are in a client service sort of industry, if you have clients, if you provide services, if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, a course creator, whatever it is, people will be drawn to you if you are just radiating this powerful, powerful emotion. And the other really powerful emotion, which I'm sure you've heard a million times before, is gratitude. Gratitude is the feeling that we are grateful because we have something. So when we are tapping into gratitude, we are tapping into the feeling that it's already done. And we know that for law of attraction to work, we have to think, feel, and act as if it's already done. We have to show up in that way, right? So when we can tap into unconditional love and gratitude as much as possible, we are then in the frequency of any goal that we want, that we believe is going to make us feel good. So we are a vibrational match for anything and everything that we want. And the longer we can stay there, the more magnetic we become. Because when we're in gratitude, we're not needing it. There isn't that, we're not observing that we don't have it, right? We're not in that lack consciousness. We're not coming from a place of forcing and trying and hustling because we know it's ours. We know it's done. So the actions we're taking are in complete alignment, right? So I just got a couple of stories I wanted to share with you about this frequency. So the first one is the story, really brief story. Several years ago, I was in one of my daughter's bedrooms, and they were quite a bit younger then. And we were just we were on her bed. It was before she went to bed, and we were just having a chat, having a giggle, just spending some time together. The other daughter came in. So we all started they were being silly. I was being silly with them, and I had one on either arm. And I was just absolutely loving this moment in time. When you get really present and you're like, this is so sweet. It was so innocent. They started giggling about worms. One of them was asking, the younger one was asking, do worms have sex? Do worms have willies? So it just turned into this ridiculous conversation where we were in hysterics and just having the best time. And I just remember just holding them and just feeling so much gratitude, so much love, so much, my heart was just wide open. I just was so grateful for this moment in time and for having these girls in my life. And, I needed for nothing. In this moment of time, I was just like, I have everything in my arms right now. Like, this is it. This is just everything. So they went to bed eventually. They went to bed. I went to bed. Forgot all about it, woke up in the morning, went downstairs. The first thing I saw by my front door was a worm inside the house. I've never had a worm come inside the house. We'd never noticed worms, and we'd been in this place for a few years. It hadn't been raining. The worms only normally come out when it rains, if they do, but we never really see them anyway. So I was just like, how on earth have we got a worm just suddenly appear in our house, right? It was so funny. And it's just because we were like, there was that magnetic charge. We just manifested a worm. So if only money was as easy as that, right? Why did that come in so quickly, so instantaneously? Because there's no resistance. I don't have any beliefs about it. I didn't give it a second thought. I just let it go. And then the next thing you know, because of the high frequencies of love, of laughter, of joy, of gratitude, then a worm that just appears in our house. And so we tapped into this when we were having a hard time in our business, and we couldn't get the stock. The sales weren't coming. Like, we were having so many problems. We were almost going under, And so we started using visualization, and we tapped into this. We started tapping into that energy. We started playing games. So we were pretending that we were getting all these sales in. We were pretending we'd get on Zooms and, we'd be doing like little happy dances together, just celebrating all the money. We were visualizing sort of money just falling down on our heads. We were visualizing truckloads of lorries just turning up, reversing into our, front of our houses, just opening their doors at the back. And then all of our products, we had problems getting stock, all of our product just sort of showering us and just coming out everywhere in abundance. And we'd do this over and over again. And from doing this, we suddenly would get stock when there was no rhyme or reason. Like, it should have been impossible. No suppliers could get it anywhere. We were on wait lists for 9 months. That's the best lead time we got given when we tried to go outside of China. And so it was just impossible. Yet here we were, just randomly, whenever we tapped into this frequency and started believing it was okay and just put all our worries aside, we visualized it. We kept putting that out. We kept putting that energy out to the universe. We kept seeing the pictures as if they were real. And then suddenly our Chinese supplier would phone us and just say, I've just found a completely random number of the thing that we needed to finish making our product. And this happened a few times. So we kept doing it as a tool. It started off as a game, and then it became a tool to practice. So we want to be tapping into these frequencies, because we know when we tap into lack, when we get consumed with lack and worry and frustration, and because what's happening outside of us feels so real, it's just there, it's in front of us. And I know this, I understand this from where we were before. The sales are going down, like, you're panicking, things aren't coming through, you don't know how you're going to pay your bills, the money's not coming in, the business isn't working. Then you start like shaming and blaming yourself. What, all the things that I've done wrong that have contributed to this, and you get stuck in this loop of just being stuck in the problem, focusing on the problem, not getting away from the problem. But we have to expand our mind. We have to expand our sight, so that we're not looking at what's in front of us. We're not looking at our physical world, but we're looking beyond that and creating beyond that. And that's what we need to do. And this is the work I do with all of my clients, is helping them move past what is to actually create what they want in their lives instead of responding and reacting to it all. So this is so important. But obviously what gets in our way is that, one, it's staring us in the face. We've been given 5 senses and we're using these to sort of interpret life. So we can't help it. We can taste it. We can see it. We can hear it. It's so damn real, right? So there's that. Then we have all these beliefs. We have all these hidden blocks and things in our subconscious mind that are stopping us from acting in a way we need to act. It's giving us fear and doubt instead of allowing us to tap into faith and trust. We have memories and experiences from the past that are telling us, you are in this alone. There's no one out here. No one is here trying to help you. All this law of attraction stuff, it works for other people. It doesn't work for me. It's never worked for me. Remember that. You have to take the action. And then we end up hustling and doing it alone and co-creating on our own. Not co-creating, sorry. We're doing it on our own. So there's no longer any co-creation, which means it's going to take us a lot longer to do anything. But what we have to make us magnetic is the power of our emotions. And they can just shift so much, so quickly to actually elevate us to a completely new level of thinking and feeling and being, and allowing us to actually see and receive the things that we want, the things that we're asking for. So I'm going to leave you to ponder that and have a play around with that today. And if you love what you've been listening to this week, if you really, really want to go a bit deeper and you want to find out a bit more, because I know these episodes are short, then don't forget to register for the free masterclass, 3 crucial steps when using law of attraction to manifest or hit any business or income goal. And that's about a 90-minute free masterclass, free training that you can get, and you can just sign up to it and start watching it straight away today. So I'll drop the link in the show notes for you. And for now, I will leave you to start thinking about what is the frequency you need to be in to actually attract your business goals, your dream business, your income goals. Where do you need to be operating and what is the gap? And don't worry, there is always a gap because we always want to be reaching higher levels and new goals, right? We're always creating. And this is the inner work. The inner work is working on that gap, right? So I hope you've enjoyed today, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Hello, Kirsty Kamarauskas here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking all about tapping into 21-day of your goal mindset challenge and the dream business that you're trying to create. At the very end, what that actually means. Week. And so in the first week, we spoke about success mindset fundamentals. This week has all been about law of